A lot of times we see women with hormone issues that are exacerbated or brought on by chronic gut problems and inflammation, which develop food sensitivities. And then you get stuck in this vicious cycle of inflammation and not being able to balance your hormones. What a beautiful week. The leaves are falling. I live in Michigan and there is every autumn color outside. It's absolutely gorgeous. It really does remind me that God is such a beautiful creator. The things that he came up with, I can't even fathom all the different shades of oranges and greens and yellows and browns, and how he takes care of the animals in the changing of the seasons, and the simple fact that the wind that really gusts up right now in September, October, November helps the leaves fall off the trees so that they can do what they need to do. Like, it's just so beautiful when you take a moment and really just pay attention to all that God has created. Like, I'm in awe of God all the time. And today I am going to talk about a woman who joined my coaching certification academy because I'm in awe of what God is doing in there. And I'm just really excited to share her wins and her epiphanies. And I want you to think about what you're struggling with and what you're going through. So she came to me. She is 49 years old. She had been on HRT for perimenopausal symptoms, and she thought that was the answer, right? She was seeing a conventional OBGYN who, surprisingly enough, gave her an estrogen patch and progesterone, and she didn't feel better. She was still struggling with carrying extra weight, feeling fatigued, not sleeping well, and she had other symptoms and issues that she really didn't correlate or put together with her perimenopausal transition. So she heard me on a podcast talking about my Healthy Her program and how gut health determines your gyne health and your hormone balance. And she was like, let me check this out. This sounds really interesting. And so when she came to us, she did a discovery call with my team, and Sarah, who's one of our amazing women on our team, explained to her that a lot of times we see women with hormone issues that are exacerbated or brought on by chronic gut problems and inflammation, which develop food sensitivities. And then you get stuck in this vicious cycle of inflammation and not being able to balance your hormones, and your cells being inflamed and not being able to hear the signals of the hormones. And it's like a whole thing. And so I was, finally seeing this woman. She took the leap as she joined the Healthy Her program. And I saw her for her results appointment. And oh my gosh, I was so happy for her that she decided to pretty much take a leap of faith and realize that there might be more to her issue than just hormone replacement, because she did want to just sign up for hormone replacement and see if I could tweak her levels and see if that is what she needed to feel better. She thought, okay, the conventional doctor just doesn't know what they're talking about. Let me have Dr. Tabatha change my levels, or maybe I need testosterone, whatever. But when I saw her and showed her her test results, we were both like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you are doing Healthy Her. So she had an elevated insulin that was 22 fasting. It should be 5 or below. She had straight up insulin resistance. She had a hemoglobin A1C of 5.9. So that is a measure of your average blood sugar over 3 months' time. She was pre-diabetic. She didn't know this. Her doctors hadn't checked these levels. They were focused on the perimenopause issue. And so they were just empirically giving her hormone replacement because her periods were going away and she was having hot flashes and night sweats and not sleeping well and gaining weight. That's fine. And she probably does need hormones. But if you don't fix the root cause of what's driving that imbalance, especially when you're younger, it's going to continue to manifest and show up in other ways. So that was just her blood work. Her thyroid was stuck in this downregulated mode of trying to turn down her metabolism because she also had chronic gut issues going on. And the thyroid will respond to chronic gut issues every time. It will make more reverse T3 instead of active T3. That is like putting your foot on the brake, slowing everything down. It slows your bowels down so you're constipated. It slows down your hair growth or even causes hair loss. It prevents you from losing weight or burning fat. And it gives you a little bit of brain fog, all the struggles. So we looked at her stool test and she had a parasite going on that she had no idea. She told me that she had a bowel movement every day or every other day. It wasn't really anything she was concerned about, but she was waking up at night at 2 or 3 in the morning every time. And often that is a parasite issue. They love to reproduce and wreak havoc in the middle of the night when you're trying to restore and repair. A lot of the liver functions are happening during the night. So she had congested fatty liver from her pre-diabetes and insulin resistance. So all of these things were going to continue to manifest and get worse. And hormone replacement was not going to fix that. Hormone replacement was going to help some of her symptoms and prevent future issues like bone loss, cardiovascular disease, things like that. But that wasn't the full picture. She really had to do a full-on gut healing regimen. We had to remove foods. She was reacting to multiple foods because her immune system was on fire. It was confused in her gut. So it was reacting to everything she was putting into her mouth, into her gut. And so you have to get in and break that vicious cycle for things to shift. Now, here's the coolest part. So we do this work. She does the Healthy Her program. She gets her insulin down to 8.5 by the time I see her 3 months later. Her hemoglobin A1C was at 5.5 and her gut was healed and she had released 12 pounds. And mind you, this was in like 3 months. And she wasn't trying to lose the weight. She was focused on healing her gut. And so if you really just tackle that inflammation response and shift your microbiome and calm your immune system down and do all those things, your body will naturally release all that inflammation and excess weight that it's holding on to. So if you've heard me in prior episodes talk about fat cells, they store a lot of toxins. And so you really need to tackle all aspects of your health to really get on track. And now she's been through all of that and she had such amazing results and she continued to progress and continue her results that when we opened the coaching academy, she jumped on board to become a coach. And now she's helping other women. So it's really beautiful to just see her take back control, not accept the status quo answer of you just need BHRT or you just need your dose changed. Like, let's look for those root causes. Let's figure out what the heck is going on deeper inside. And I'm just so proud of her because what it comes down to is you have to invest in you. You have to take the time to make the changes and to see a different future for yourself. And her whole situation reminds me of James 1, verse 2-4. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete and not lacking anything. So she was up against a trial, like a trial against what she was struggling with. What was she going to do? Was she just going to accept this as her new norm and like, well, I guess I just have to carry around this extra weight. I guess I'm tired. I'm getting old. I guess I'm just not a good sleeper. And like take on all these lies that aren't actually true. Like, was she going to accept that? Or was she going to say, no, this doesn't make sense. My body was created to heal and thrive. I have to figure out what's preventing it from doing that. And so she used her trials, her struggles, and pushed on. She persevered. She pushed through and got to the root cause and figured it out and shifted everything. And now she's thriving and helping other women. Like, that is beautiful. That is literally what God calls us to do. It's so good. I'm so excited for the women in my coaching program. They are just incredible women. And I am excited to see what they do. And I'm just in awe of what God really has laid out and the things that He keeps showing me and revealing to me and leading me toward. So I am open, and I would love to invite you if you're like, man, that sounds like me. I have been struggling, and this BHRT is not fixing me. Let's find the root cause together. The cool thing is, I am licensed in over half the country. My team and I can see you. Even if I'm not licensed in your state, I can still help you shift all of that stuff. You might not even need prescriptions. You might not need me to be licensed in your state. So have a conversation with my team because you deserve to feel better. You don't need to struggle. I promise you. So let me know what your aha is in this situation, because I know you just got some clarity on something today and I want to know about it. And I'll talk about it in more detail next time. If you just like send me a message, send me a DM. I am here to serve you. I want to help guide you and help you figure out what's going on in your body because you deserve to feel amazing. So if you could take 30 seconds to give me a 5-star review, that would be even more incredible. It really doesn't take a lot of time, especially if you're on your iPhone listening on the podcast. You just click the 5-star review, write a review. It takes like 30 seconds. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Help me be seen. Help me help other women. Like, that is one thing that you can actually do, is support other women. Show up because somehow you found this because somebody else hit subscribe. So pay it forward. It's so good. All right. Have an amazing day. I love you.